Rated M for mature.
Don't let your kids watch it!
Yeah, the voice also sounded like a young girl, not like an adult. So how does that... Oh. You know, we should just keep going. I'll think about that on my own time. Well, we're back to Rena. It had been very hot for the past few days, and the corpses went rotten quickly. Any housewife knows how fast fresh meat can go bad. I know it too. That's why the first thing I did was to dismember the corpses. There was only one reason why I needed to dismember them. I had to reduce them to a portable size in order to carry them to a place where they'll never be found. When men see the words dismembered corpses, they'll probably feel disgusted because they don't cook. But housewives are used to taking the guts out of a fish, and they sometimes even see living maggots. What? What kind of fish are you buying? They take the maggots off of the food and even cook it with the maggots still on. What? Rena? Are you okay? The heat will kill them after all. It's still gross. Women don't tell men what they do in the kitchen because men wouldn't eat the food if they knew. That's a problem. So it didn't really bother me much to dismember them. That is not the same thing at all! Dismembering human corpses is not the same as butchering meat. I was released from all my problems by killing them. Cleaning up the mess was like nothing to me, because I got freedom and regained my happiness. Yeah, look how detached she is. Keiichi was being driven crazy from the guilt, and she's just like, yeah, it happened. That's why I'm saying, like, she's kind of an actual psychopath. Or maybe sociopath. I dismembered the corpses using carpenter's tools like a saw and a hatchet. She did get the Home Depot saw on the way home. I knew it! I'm wearing a black sweatsuit I bought for today because I thought it might get stained with blood. Blood stains don't show on black fabric, and I can just throw it away after it's done. Oh man, I want to see Rena in her new drip though. I brought a plastic sheet I found in the dump because I thought the blood might spread otherwise. If I did work on this sheet, I would just burn it after I was done. In the end, dismembering human bodies is no different from preparing food on a chopping board. That's how you're, thinking about it. All right. Let's hope nobody walks by here. Tomatake's like, man, this is the perfect day to go to the dump and take some interesting photography. And oh my gosh! I was very tired from chopping apart 2 adult bodies, but I didn't have a problem doing it. Insert Home Depot theme. They really should have had the Home Depot theme playing here. Oh wow, we get 2 different cicada sounds depending on what background music we play. I cut off their arms, legs, and heads, dividing each body into 6 pieces. I heard that the blades get easily ruined by fat when you cut across a corpse, so I brought many kinds of tools. And I was right. I didn't have to go back and forth between here and my house to get another tool in the middle of work. A long time ago, the construction manager was murdered and his body was dismembered here during the dam conflict. He was cut into 6 pieces in the same way. Well, I had 2 bodies, so there was double that, though. I remembered the main suspect was still on the loose, and the victim's arm he hid hadn't been found yet. I wonder where he hid it. I'd like to ask him. I smiled wryly. We still don't know who did kill the foreman, do we? Unlike the arms, legs, and heads, the torsos were difficult to take care of. I thought about cutting them into smaller pieces, but I decided against it, because I thought it'd be troublesome to clean up the guts. I put each piece in a black trash bag and sprayed on a lot of deodorant. I wasn't sure if that would help against the smell, though. Many bugs flew around me when I was dismembering the corpses. After I finished putting all the pieces into each bag, the bugs were still flying around, but that was just because they could smell the blood. After I cleaned up everything, they were all gone. Now all I need to do is get rid of these 12 black bags. Those aren't bags. They're not. Hey, Rena, you going to woodworking class? Yeah! Burning them would be the easiest, but I don't think I can burn them to ashes without using a cremator. The best way is to bury them somewhere. Other than the torsos, every piece is small enough to fit in my backpack. I could easily carry them without being noticed. I could throw them in the river running through the dam construction site, but if I did that, somebody would find them for sure. I've seen them on the news several times before that a bag with a body part in it was found beside a river. Every time I heard something like that, I always thought the murderer was stupid. I thought about dumping them into the Onigafuji swamp, but rotten meat floats. I thought about weighing the bags, but there's no guarantee they'd stay down. Put enough rocks in there, and yeah, they'll stay down. Unless it tears the bag, though. So that left me with one choice. To bury them. This is the same thought process that Keiichi had. Also, why did the swamp leak the toxic gas that killed everyone in Chapter 3, but not in literally every other chapter. Are they ever going to explain that? Probably. There are many unexplored mountains at the end of the abandoned districts around Yaguchi and Tatsukuto. Those are not the words. Just shut up. It's probably best to bury them somewhere in the mountains. While it would be safe to bury them here in the garbage dump too, it's not perfectly safe. Just stuff them into the trunk of Takano's car during Watanagashi. And she's already going to put dead body stuff there anyways, so it's no extra harm done. And so I'm going to bury all these bags somewhere deep inside of a mountain in order to completely erase the two of them. My joints hurt since I've been using muscles I don't normally use. Do the trees want pizza? Make me a pizza! I cleaned up the mess very carefully and got into my hideout. While still wearing the sweatsuit, I laid down on the mattress. I washed my hands carefully. With what? There's no running water here. But there was still dirt and blood under my nails. I should take a shower later and wash it off completely. When I say things like disposing of corpses, it sounds like I'm the greatest evil of the century. Nah, Rena, you're still not even in like the top 5. But that's only true if I get caught. What I did isn't a crime as long as I don't get caught. Plus, I didn't do this because I wanted to commit a crime. I didn't do anything wrong. Well, no, you did. Okay, I'll even potentially accept the Rena murder, but the Teppei murder was just premeditated murder. I don't have as big a problem with it because he is like one of the top 2 worst people in the game. So you're still getting off easy compared to other characters, but no, you're not. You did do something wrong, and you're not absconded of guilt. I did this to protect my father's life and mine. People might speak ill of me, but I don't care about them. In the end, I don't think anybody can really pass judgment on my sins. Okay, see, no. Rena, you're going in a dangerous Shion direction now, where she felt no guilt whatsoever for her heinous crimes. Sins aren't something to pass judgment on. They're something to confess and to atone for. They're all 3. You're supposed to confess and atone for them, but if you don't, that's when you are judged for them. In other words, nobody can measure the weight of a sin other than the person who committed the crime. Nope, not true. Do I regret what I did? Do I feel sorry? No. Okay, see, Rena, I want to like you, but you're moving down the list. I don't think I did anything wrong. Okay. Well, you've now moved down the tier list there, Rena. I truly believe there is no better way than killing them. I'm sure it was the right thing because my life had already started to change since the night I killed them. A few days earlier, I just came home after killing Teppei. My father was cleaning the room Teppei had trashed earlier. His eyes were swollen. He'd been crying.
Rena, どこへ行ってたんだ?
Just hanging out. Playing Dominion with my friends.
あの男と話をしてきた。もうリナさんは二度とこの家に来ない。だからあなたも来ないでって言った。だから、あいつはもう来ないよ。
Oh, is that how you're gonna deal with it? He's not even gonna know Teppei died.
そんなのでおとなしくしてくれるやつじゃないぞ、きっと。レイナもしばらくは用心した方がいい。
It's hard to explain to him why Teppei would never come back. I can't tell him he shouldn't worry because I killed him. I grabbed ice cubes from the freezer, put them in a plastic bag, and handed it to my father.
お父さん、ほっぺた、すごい腫れてるよ。
It is interesting that Rena still has so much love and care for her dad after he hit her when she was younger. She must have known that it was like a... Well, actually, no, I think the problem was she blamed herself for him hitting her instead of realizing that he made a huge mistake. He must have only noticed it just then.
ああ、ありがとう。
私が片付けるからいいよ。掃除機持ってくるね。
Oh, the double meaning in that sentence.
レイナ。
He called out to me.
お父さんが悪かった。ごめんな。
仕方ないよ。あいつらは騙すのがなりわいだもん。だから、お父さんは騙されただけだよ。
レイナは、あいつらがそういう連中だって知ってたのか？
うん。最近だけどね。言っても信じてくれないと思って言わなかった。ごめんね。
He looked down. When he told me about how he wanted to get remarried, I told him that they were bad people and that they scammed others with Badger games. But he didn't listen to me. So I was right in saying that he wouldn't have believed me at all.
お父さんは母さんとの離婚で落ち込んでいるところを付け入られたんだよ。
お父さんは本当にダメなお父さんだよな。
Rena's dad, you are far from the worst father in this game. You've made some mistakes, But I'd actually say you're probably one of the better fathers in this game. Then he started talking about how he'd met Rena, as if trying to absolve his guilt. It was when he was suffering the most, and he needed to drink away his sorrow. At the bar he happened to go to, Rena-san was the one who came to his table. It was her job to be a good listener when her customers talked. Rena must have really been a great listener and offered words of comfort when he talked about the divorce. If he was emotionally stable, he could have taken it as a kindness that she was only offering at the time. But he was so desperate that he took it the wrong way. After that, the tragedy was inevitable. He wanted to believe that it was destiny, and he glamorized everything about her. It would be easy to laugh at him and say that he was just dreaming. But I don't blame him, because being weak is also part of being human. But, you know, that's very true. I feel like I'm too quick to judge a lot of times where I'm like, man, you're an idiot. It's like, well, yeah, I've also been an idiot. He had plenty of opportunities to grow suspicious of her questionable spending habits. But my father just read that kind of behavior as an attempt to cheer him up. He bought everything she asked him to, and Rena had landed her catch. He shouldn't have brought his lover to the house where his daughter lived. But he was crazy about her, and he didn't even think about it.
お父さんはお父さんであることを忘れちゃってたんだ。本当にどうかしてた。
He started crying. I held his shoulders gently.
いいよ。お父さんがそれに気づいてくれたなら、お父さんはお父さんなんだよ。私には一人しかいない。最後の肉親なんだから。
It was a good scene. He couldn't stop moaning. We held each other and cried together. That's a cute scene. I can see now why a lot of people really like this chapter. This is a very well-written chapter. Very much enjoying it. Take out the Hooters part, and this is just gold. The next day, my father got up early in the morning. He was already cooking breakfast when I got up, and he told me,
お父さんは今日からしっかりするからな。
でもお父さん、目玉焼きを焼く前にサラダオイルは敷いた方がいいと思うかな。
Oh, it gets better? Oh, let's go! Let's go! I'm so glad to hear that, because I think this is really great already. If it's just gonna get better, oh, that's fantastic. He pried off the burning eggs on the pan with a spatula, and he added salad oil to it. It was too late. Doing that just made it an even bigger mess. But I didn't say anything, because I wanted to eat his eggs. I waited at the table quietly. He's picking up! He's doing more stuff! Oh, is that a homemade calendar? That looks really nice. He put the burned eggs on a plate and brought them over to me. It looked like he tried to salvage them by adding cheese, but it didn't really work. What kind of cheese? That will change things as well. Oh, I put on Stilton. Oh, no. Still, it smelled good and crispy. It actually stimulated my appetite. So good and tasty. Thick-cut toast popped out of the toaster. I made coffee with extra milk and sugar because my father liked it sweet. Yeah, he does. We put everything on the table. It looked terrible, like the cooking class of an elementary school. But to me, it was precious, because my father tried very hard to make it, wearing the apron.
匂いだけなら美味しそうだよ。
I know she's a double murderer, but literally just because her victims were two terrible people, I don't care as much. So I actually am still liking these wholesome scenes, whereas when they tried it last chapter, I'm just like, boo!
あとは味だね。
やっぱり食事はレーナがやった方がいいかもな。
Okay, there's no way that it's clearly gonna get more intense. Rena's gonna kill more people. I predict she will target her mom at some point during this.
これじゃかえって悪い気がする。
お父さんが仕事で忙しくなったら、また私が代わるよ。
He didn't have a job. Okay, yeah, he really needs to get up out of his butt. I know he had the alimony money, but you should still try to work as well. It had been a taboo to talk about work in our house. He hadn't worked since the divorce. Okay. It wasn't only because of the divorce, though. He just didn't have to work because of the settlement my mother gave him was so huge. That's the most unrealistic part of this game, is how big the settlement he got, even though his wife was in the wrong. Or maybe Japanese divorce laws are different than what we have here in the States. In the States, divorce court is horrible. Plus, I let him be lazy because I felt guilty about the divorce. Yeah, I mean, I get it. But my father cleared his wrongdoing by showing repentance to me. And I also atoned for my sin of not doing anything about my mother by doing what I did the previous night. Now we are free of sin.
お父さん、仕事を探してみるよ。今日は食案に行ってこようと思う。
Good for you. You know what? Regardless of what happened in the past, I'm going to be on your side, say, good for you, I'm glad you're taking that step. I hope it works out.
それはいいね。
It's not money that he wanted. He just needed a normal lifestyle. He just needs to do something. He needs to have purpose, right?
こんな年で体力もないからな。いい仕事があるか不安だよ。
Yes, I do live in the Northern Hemisphere.
どんな仕事ならいいの？
事務の仕事がいいけど、この年じゃなかなか雇ってもらえないだろうな。
Better that than like a physical job at your
私
age.
の友達に聞いてみるよ。みーちゃんはこの辺りの大地主のお嬢さんだからひょっとすると紹介してくれるかもしれな
They're
い。
like, all right, you got a job at Hooters, because that's the only place they're constantly need new people. Can you believe that there's a high turnover rate at Hooters?
いいよいいよ、仕事くらい自分で探すよ。
Oh yeah, it's true, Rena. I mean, your dad's definitely gonna want to try to do it himself, but he might take you up on that if that doesn't work.
その程度にはしっかりしないとな。
Rena's dad's relatable. I get that. I don't remember the last time we enjoyed breakfast like this. I don't even remember the last time we had breakfast together. For the first time in a long time, the morning light felt refreshing. Uh-oh, I see... Oh, wait. Never mind, I'm just stupid. I was looking at the ribbon on the ground and thought it was smoke. I'm like, uh-oh, there's a lit cigarette in here. That's not good. But then I'm like, oh, wait, no, that's just like an electric cord / a ribbon. I wanted to keep enjoying life like this, but unfortunately, I had to go to school. I told him that I'd skip school that day and that I wanted him to take me somewhere fun. But he tried to be a good father and said that I had to go to school.
じゃあ私学校行くね。
ああ、行ってらっしゃい。
He followed me to the front door. Are those still Rena's shoes? Because, okay, the ones in the middle I think are her dad's. The ones on the left I probably are Rena's. I thought the ones on the right, like the flip-flops, were Rena's. Because those look like the kind of shoes she'd wear. Maybe not, though. Maybe they just have more than one pair of shoes. I was a bit embarrassed for some reason. He talked to me while I was tying my shoes. He followed me here not because he wanted to see me off, but because he wanted to tell me something.
お父さんは母さんとの離婚の後、
Yep.
でもお父さんはレイナと一緒だから寂しくなんかないんだ。
Aww.
そうだ。最初から寂しがることなんか何もなかったんだ。
Well, no. You definitely should have felt sad because of the divorce that had happened. Divorce is sad. That's understandable, but I like this new outlook. Yes, you do still have your daughter, and she loves you very much.
お父さん、それを家族って言うんじゃないかな。
そうだな。
The pink shoes on the left are definitely Rena's, and you love them. Those are some nice little shoes there.
そんなことを娘に教わるようじゃダメだな。
じゃあケイチ君を待たせてるからもう行くね。
いってらっしゃい。ああ、そうだレイナ。今日はお父さんが夕食を作るぞ。
Ooh.
食案に行くついでに買い物をしてくる。朝食みたいな失敗はしないから楽しみにしてるんだぞ。
Let's go. Let's
楽し
go.
みにしてるよ。行ってきます。
It's too bad Oisi got the free refrigerator in the dump though, so oof. I left the house. My father saw me off, still in the apron. It was the first step of our new life. I finally regained it. I finally regained everything we lost after we left Hinamizawa. Well, no, you still don't have a mom, but maybe you don't need that. My mother wasn't around, but I didn't feel sad because I had my father. The cries of the cicadas sounded as if they were celebrating my new life. The sunshine was bright and the wind was sending up a nice breeze. Oh, hang on. We gotta preemptively get Derpy Keiichi. The only thing that wasn't nice was the ticking clock. I was late because I spent too much time talking with my father. Keiichi-kun might already be gone. I don't think he'd be waiting for me that long. Nah, Derpy Keiichi's still here, but he was there anyway.
よおはよ
おはよ
Yeah, Derpy Keiichi, let's
う。遅れてご
go!
めんね。ごめん。
ういいってことよ。普段は俺がレナを待たせてるんだからな。たまには俺を待たさせろ。
That's a good outlook. Why am I so, like, happy and innocent after all this dark stuff has happened?
ずいぶん遅くなっちゃったね。
Maybe it's because all the dark stuff happened, so I like having the lighthearted stuff to elevate it.
早足で行った方がいいかな。
そうだな。チャキチャキ行こうぜ。
Fast
さもないと
walk!
走る羽目になりそうだ。
みーちゃんさすがに先に行っちゃってるかな。
待ってるだろう絶対。俺たちは仲間だぜ。絶対に見捨てないし、勝手に行っちゃったりはしないよ。
Friends, near and far away.
それはそうと、 今日は朝からいいことでもあったのか？
どうしてかな？
いやさ、今朝のレナは普段にも増して上機嫌そうだったからさ、特別なことでもあったのかなって。
That's right, Keiichi? Oh, wait, no. From Rena's perspective, Keiichi still thinks that she has both parents who are lovey-dovey. But Keiichi actually knows that they're divorced. But she doesn't know that. The good mood I was in must have been far too obvious for Keiichi-kun to ignore. I had not only my family, but my friends, too. I felt something warm spread into my heart. What if nobody goes crazy this chapter?
それがね、聞いて。朝食をお父さんが作ってくれたんだけどね。それがね。
なんだよ、目玉焼きはそれで正しいだろ？サラダオイルってのはサラダに使うもんなんだろ？
Guys, I figured out how to have the perfect happy ending this chapter. All we need is for Rika to hire Kasai to be her bodyguard the week after with Tanagashi, so if whoever tries to kill her, he'll just shoot them. Boom! Happy ending, and we can do it in 6 chapters instead of 8.
みーちゃんたちに教えてあげようっと。
Ding dong. Oh, no. Oh, no. Nope, we cannot have Satoko in the OG art style. She's too derpy. What? Yeah, okay, we'll go back to console for a bit.
それは許しがたい暴言でございましてよ。
おう、上等だぜ。そこまで言うからには直接対決も辞さない覚悟だろうな。
Throw down!
おお、盛り上がってるじゃない。なんなら今日の部活さ、さとことけいちゃんで外馬行こうか。
What is that? What?
みーちゃん。
An outside bet? We got betting odds?
ああ、外馬ってのはよ、つまり俺とさとこだけで賭けをするってことさ。部活の順位がそのまま勝敗になって、負けた方は俺たちだけのペナルティを課
This
す。
club is way too obsessed with punishments. Why can't we just play the games and have fun?
つまり、どっちが勝っても負けても、僕はとっても楽しいのです。
Hi, Rika. That face is a lie.
どうするさとこ？
素敵な勝負でございますことよ。部活にビリで罰ゲームな上に、さらに私に負けてダブルで罰ゲームなんて、こんな素敵なことがございまして。
よしさとこ、よく受けたね。よっしゃ、今日の部活は2人の外馬付きでやろう。
部活の種目より罰ゲームを何にするか考える方が楽しいのですよ。
Disagree. If that's more fun than the game itself, you're not playing a good enough game.
確かに楽しいよな。
In the OG art style, Satoko's hands are rated E for everyone.
さとこがどんな悲惨な目に遭うか今から想像できちまうぜ。
それはケイチさんのことでございま
No, no, Rika doesn't have a hangover. She watered it down, so that makes it okay.
ブニー、やりましたわね。ブニュー。
Uh-oh.
ほらほら、2人とも勝負はまだ始まってないって。
Oh, plot twist. I don't know where Rika got the bottle of wine from, but if she tried to buy it from the store, they might have just replaced it with grape juice and didn't tell her. And she's just like, man, this wine is good. I don't even get hungover. It's like, sure. Nope. Nope. We go to remake art style anytime the teacher's on screen, because teacher looks not great in the other 2 art styles. But here, yeah. Teacher, she's got it going on. Chia Sensei opened the door and came in.
皆さんお待たせしました。それでは帰りのホームルームを始めますよ。
What? That's it? Fastest school day ever. Everybody headed to their seats.
みーちゃん、
何？
ケイチくんとさとこちゃんがとても盛り上がっているところで申し訳ないんだけど。
What?
ごめんね。ちょっと今日も用事があって、すぐ帰らないといけないの。
She just wants to be with her dad?
そうなの？もう用事じゃ仕方ないな。お家の仕事？
うん。
家事ってんじゃおじさんは口出しできないな。うちはお手伝いさんに全部任せっきりだからね。
Yeah, thank you, Mion. You live in a mansion with servants and a torture bunker. Yeah, thank you for reminding
たま
us.
にはみーちゃんも家事手伝いとかすればいいのに。きっと花嫁修行になるよ。
You mean if she gets married?
ご安心を。万事その手のスキルに関してはつつがなく習得済みですので。
Oh, please tell me, what skill is that? Mei-chan looks like the kind of girl who just tries to stay away from chores as much as possible, but she can actually do everything. That's just who she is. She went through hard times to learn those things. Well, yeah, because she was the unfavorite child for a while, but she acts like she learned them without any struggle. That's also who she is. That's what I like about you.
だよレナ。
Keiichi on the scene!
帰っちゃうのかよ。
圭一さんが恥ずかしい格好で職員室にお伺いして
What is with everybody's obsession with making Keiichi wear, like, women's clothing? It is... Like, at first I thought it was just a one-off thing in the first chapter, which wasn't great when it happened then either. But no, it's like every single punishment, they're just like, let's make him wear some stupid girl's outfit. Like, every time. They need a new
見
theme.
物なのに残念なのです。ごめんね。
昨日も家の用事だったじゃねえかよ。
Your house must be a dump!
何かあったのか？
ちょっとね、もう何日かかかるかもしれない。
じゃあ当分レナは部活に参加できないかな。
かもしれない。
Also, wait a second. I'm still thinking back to the Rika scene. She mentioned that she dies, like, the week after Watanagashi. That means that chapter 1 makes even less sense, because she didn't die in that chapter. But that chapter lasted more than a week after Watanagashi, if memory serves. There's no way Keiichi was just that paranoid for like 2 days or whatever.
なるべく早く復帰できるように頑張る。
その用事は俺たちには手伝えることか？例えば古い家具を運び出すとか、そういう力仕事なら言ってくれ。応援に行くぜ。
家の模様替えとかかい？おじさんたちみんなで手伝うよ。
Stop being such good friends. I just want to spend time with my dad.
レナさんの家のお手伝いで優劣起きそうのもありですわよね。
No, my friends are too good friends!
多分お手伝いしない方が優勝なのです。みんなありがとう。気持ちだけもらっておくね。
じゃあ仕方ない。竜宮レナを本日付で我が部より戦線離脱とする。お家の仕事が片付くまで休暇とするので、英気回復の上、
Thanks,
再び
Mio.
戦線へ復帰することをここに命ずる。
We don't know if they died or not because they went out of focus after a bit in chapter 1. That's true, chapter 1 definitely focused on Rena and a little bit of Mion after a while. But if they had died, if like Rika had died, we definitely would have learned about that. The whole village would be in an uproar because they basically worship her. Also, she's one of our best friends, so...
まあ4人なら4人で遊べるゲームもあるしね。
Oh, that's right! I forgot! Duh, I'm so stupid. I'm like, oh, she wants to go home because she wants to spend time with her dad. That's really sweet. No, she still has to clean up after the murder! How did I forget that?
そうだそうだ。ケイちゃんは麻雀とかできる？
Oh man, I'm an
任せろ。
idiot.
親父の仕事関係の人たちの宅に。
Sorry, the
無理
murder's
やり混ぜられる
not
ことは
that important to this story, alright? These hands!
もちろん私たちは麻雀だって精通していましたよ。
Yeah, but are you as good as Akasaka? Probably not. After that, they fooled around and made a lot of noise, just like they always did. I looked at them and reminded myself that I'd always have a place to return to. I left the classroom with a smile. I was going to Yagochi on my bicycle. I had to find a place to bury the bags with the body parts. Hopefully I could finish burying all of them today before it gets dark. With that, everything will be over and done with. Why do I get the feeling we're going to run into Takano on the way there and she's going to be like, oh, hey, Rena, you're planning on burying a body here too? By the way, have
タイ
you...
の背中が竹だってのがなんだか怖いよな。
By the way, have you heard about the dark secrets of Hinamizawa's past?
まさか元杯ってことはないだろうな。
さーて、どうでございましょうね。圭一さんには以前のジジ抜きの時に手痛い思い出がございますものね。
まあ多少は傷もあるだろうね。
This is just a repeat of chapter
安
1.
物のパイだしさ。そのくらいの要素がないと我が部らしくないでしょ。ひひひひ。
みー、 赤は何枚混ぜるのですか？
Why are we getting more focus on there, the
6
group?
つ
Rika-chan sounded professional, and it scared me. We don't get to learn where Rena hides the bodies. Oh well. I should start by checking the tiles. Playing Mahjong with my family is different from playing it as a club activity. I have to be cautious. It's possible that one tile is missing or that there's an extra of a particular tile in here.
そんなことしないって。でも着想は面白いね。そういう手もあるか。
Takano, we've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
なるほどなるほど。
よしよし、パイをみんな表にして並べてみよう。ほれほれほれ。
Everybody flip the tiles face up.
あれ、おい、誰かのとこにチュンが1個隠れてな。
ピンズとソースの6が1個ずつ足りないですわね。
This is fun not knowing the rules of
マン
Mahjong.
ズの6も1個足りませんでしたよ。
Oh no, Lowen is missing! He's busy carrying your Fire Emblem 7 run.
なんだなんだ、随分と足りないじゃないか。
そうだった。ちょいと待って。
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it! Mion hit the palm of her hand with her fist, moved her chair aside, and stuck her finger in the gap between the floorboards. She then pulled a tile out of there.
はいよ。まずはチュンね。
Mion, were you keeping that there as a secret to help you win?
あとの3つはどこだったっけな。
おい待てミオン、どうして麻雀のパイが教室のあちこちに隠してあるん
You
だよ。
dirty rat!
にゃはははは。まあまあ。
Yahaha, mama. That was a sentence. She must have hidden the other 3 tiles somewhere in the classroom and forgot where. We couldn't play Mahjong with 3 tiles missing. I suggested playing another game, but Mion insisted that we had to find them and suggested making that treasure hunt our game.
まあ確かに圭一さんと勝負をつけるなら種目は何でもいいわけでございますけど、もうちょっとまともな種目がいいですわね。
Oh, Satoko! I forgot! I have great news. Your uncle's dead.
同感だな。それにこの教室に本当にあるかも怪し
You
い
have
んだ
no
ろ。
more living relatives. Yes, that's actually good news.
多分あると思うんだよ。あるいはおじさんが懐にしまったまま帰っちゃって洗濯機の脇に置いてあるとかかな。
Oh, brother.
今度からミーと麻雀をやるときは終わった後にも牌の数を調べた方がいいと思いますです。
That is sensible, Rika. Also, you're clairvoyant. Don't you know where the tiles are? And you're just like, I don't know, Nipa. Everybody except Mio nodded in agreement.
何よ。教室宝探し対決じゃ不満？
つーかミオンのイカ様の後始末だろ。お前の責任でやれ。部活を私的に使うな。
ブーブー。じゃあどうする？麻雀は無理だしね。他何する？である人。
How about patty cake? As our club president, Mion usually decides what we'll play. I couldn't just come up with something on the spot. Dominion! Dominion! While we were all thinking, Mion hit her palm with her fist, just like she did earlier.
じゃあさみんな、パイの宝探しが嫌ならさ、もうちょっとでっかく宝探しをしようじ
Are
ゃない。
they gonna go to the dump?
宝探しといえば、レナのお家芸。
Oh.
ってことはダム現場のゴミ山か。
Ooh.
あそこってあんまり行ったことないんですけど結構広いですわよね。あそこはバラバラ殺人の幽霊が出るから近寄らない方がいいらしいのですよ。
Rika knows that Rena is trying to hide the bodies, and she's just tactfully trying to steer us away from the garbage dump.
幽霊上等じゃないの。そのくらいの演出つかないと宝の山としてはインパクト弱いよね。
We got the Psalm of the Identity Crisis again.
へえ、そんな噂あるのかよ。確かバラバラ殺人があって主犯が未だ
Also, you know something else that I've been thinking about? In chapter 1, when Keiichi hears about things like the damn construction site, that like the foreman got murdered, and that like his body like it was like never really found, and that the culprit was never was on the loose, and like all the stuff about the dark history, he gets like freaked the f out and becomes like super like like super paranoid, like everyone's trying to kill me, because they actually were trying to kill him. But like now he's just like very nonchalant, like just yeah, I heard that like he was still on the loose, like.Well, are you paranoid about it or aren't you?
そいつの隠した腕一本が 未だ見つからないと
Yeah,
か
he
言
hit
うん
the
だ
arm of
ね
the victim, and he was freaked out about that in chapter 1.
その腕を探してバラバラにされた監督さんが幽霊になってさまよっているという噂があるのです。あらあらリカ、幽霊が嫌いなんですの？いいお年にもなって恥ずかしいですわね。僕は巫女ですから見たくなくても見えてしまうのですよ。
That's not how that works, Rika.
うわ、なんだよそれ。確かに見える人には当たり前のように幽霊が見えるって話聞いたことあるな。
If that were the case, then you wouldn't be able to see anything because there are so many dead people.
バカバカしいですわね。リカと一緒にずっと住んでますけど、そんなの一度も見たことありませんでしたよ。
He was paranoid because his friends didn't tell him about it in chapter 1, probably. That doesn't really track, but alright. I'll
さ
accept
と
that
こ
for
に
the
見
time
えて
being.
ないだけなのですよ。さとこがお布団で寝てるときはいつも。
So help me, if the mystery girl in her house is an actual ghost that she can see, I will lose it.
ニパ
I will eat an orange peel.
ー。リカ、そこで笑ってはぐらかさないでくださいませ。私が寝てるときは何なんですの？
Satoko, I feel sorry for you. You can pretend you're not scared of ghosts during the day, but I'm pretty sure you get scared when it gets dark. I'm gonna have to make a silent phone call tonight just to scare the hell out of her. Okay. Keiichi, there's no need to do that.
まあ私も含めてなんだけど、ダム戦争の後に好き好んであそこに出入りする人はいないんじゃないかね。レナくらいだよ、楽しそうにあそこで遊んでるのは。
レナのカーイーモードの前に幽霊が出た日には彼岸の向こうからでもお持ち帰りされかねんな。
There is no way that Rika has a secret roommate named Casper the Ghost. Not,
確かにありそうですわね。はう、お持ち帰りって。
That's a pretty good Rena impression. It was so easy to imagine that all of us laughed.
じゃあ決まり、今日はゴミ山探検にしよう。幽霊を見つけられたら優勝。
This is just a very contrived coincidence to make us go to the garbage dump and encounter her moving the dismembered corpse.
辞典は隠された右腕。その次はじゃあレナが気に入りそうな何かだね。レナに見せて白黒をつけてもらうってことでどうよ。
私は優勝でケイチさんはビリでダブル罰ゲームが楽しみですわね。
おいおい、サトコいいのかよ。優勝ってことは幽霊。
Oh, okay. He's over the top, but Keiichi's voice actor is very talented.
ちょっとやめてくださいませ。
Rika said we shouldn't. We should probably listen to the girl who has ultimate knowledge,
暑苦しいですわ。
even if she is a drunk.
僕もお化けが怖いので行きたくないのです。
I'm telling you, Rika knows, and she's trying to get us to not do that because she knows it's going to make everything worse.
もとは何ですの？もとは私は全然怖くなんかありませんわよ。ケイチさん、お話遊ばせ。
では行くよ諸君、出撃準備。
Well, never mind. Rika had her mind changed real quickly. And it'll be over with. Everything will be over and done with. Yes, it will be over when the Higurashi cry. Hey, that's the name of the game. Oh, is this where we're going to catch up with the prologue? No, this is where we get to be continued. No! I want to keep playing!